Yo,
It's Maria playing.
this is part 2 of the Lu&Jay Show special edition episode. For you, Michael. For you, Michael Jackson. Maria. The rest of these maggots got to give their, a little 2 cents on Michael Jackson and their lifetime experiences with, I guess their first experience with his music. For those of you who are wondering what I'm drinking, this is breast milk.
Only the finest
This
breast
is
milk.
this is breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant. I only drink the finest breast milks.
Who got a glass?
Just squirted right in.
It's Bailey's. Yeah. I stopped drinking breast milk years ago.
You made my
I love you, Mom. Oh man. No, but I have to speak on Mike. I guess it's my turn. I once asked my little sister Mika and my cousin Mimi. I asked them who they thought the best musician, the best entertainer was, or their top 5 list, and they named people. I think Neo was named.
Ooh, shit.
Justin Timberlake was named. Some other girls were named. I don't know who. I don't listen to their music, quite frankly. But after they were finished, I named Michael Jackson, and they said, "Oh, I forgot about him." And I just told them, Mike is responsible for all these individuals you just named. He's responsible for all their careers, because each and every one of them has tried to emulate something he's already done. I mean, Mike to me is, I can't even talk about my first album experience. I can't talk about the first time I heard one of his songs. All I can talk about is just what he's done for me in my life, and what he's done for music, what I see that he's done for music. Usher, Genuine, Neo, Justin Timberlake, Omarion, all these cats Chris Brown, all these cats that come out and dance and sing and entertain. We are very entertained by watching them, and they do a great job. But where do they get all these moves from? Mike got his moves from James Brown and a couple other individuals, but he changed it. If it wasn't for Mike, these cats wouldn't be doing what they're doing.
Nothing to entertain with.
They wouldn't be 3/4 of what they are now without Mike. I mean, that's easy. With that said, what Mike has done for me, if you watch Moonwalker or any one of his concerts, you've seen those people pass out, and they have to carry him through the crowds, put him on a stretcher, take him to the hotel, hospital, wherever they're going.
They wake up screaming.
They wake up screaming, and they want to get back to the concert. They're crying because they can't go back. Mike just has that impact on people. I remember the ABC special where he did Billie Jean. And when they had that cut scene, the beat just goes on. He puts the hat on, and he does all that. You can't see what I'm doing down here, but I'm not touching myself. But I'm not cool enough to do that. Only Mike can do it. But I mean, Mike started dancing, and he did this spin, right? He spun real quick and he stopped, and just went in slow motion. And when I saw that, I screamed like, "Ah, Mike!" My mom was downstairs like, "What the hell is wrong with you? You okay up there?" And I was like, "Yeah," but I was just. That's the only man that has ever made me scream in my life. Him and my dad, who whooped my ass one time. Forget I said that.
Totally different type of scream.
But Michael Jackson is the only individual that can make a female and the most thuggish, ruggish dude you can find on the street scream by doing the same thing at the same time. He can make those two individuals just go crazy. I mean, when you see his motion and his dancing, it's it's inhumane. It's not human. It is machine-like. Everything he does is just you can try to emulate, but it's not the same. It's not Mike. I've seen people do his moves time and time again, and it looks amazing, but it is not Mike. When Mike does it, he has a little smirk on his face, or his hat's tilted a certain way, or he jerks when he does certain movements. They just can't be emulated. Michael Jackson cannot be emulated, duplicated, replicated, cloned, nothing. I mean, Michael Jackson is it. I said he is the Bret Hart of music. He's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. This isn't the same as Michael Jordan in basketball, because you have guys like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James that are, etching close to his legacy, but nobody's even going to come close. Nobody's going to step into Michael Jackson's echelon. No.
750 million
albums sold.
Bad.
The album sold with the most #1 singles of all time. I believe it was 5 or 6. Thriller, the biggest selling album of all time.
I
think it went diamond 7 times?
Who do you know?
70-something million copies sold of one album. Michael Jackson is the man.
Name one thing you've done 70 million times.
Breathe, inhale,
That's
exhale.
it.
I'm gonna say this. No homo. I don't care what anybody has to say about me. Michael, I love you. Michael, I love you with everything I have in here. I thank you for everything you've done for music. I thank you for everything you've done for people who have followed you, just watched everything you've ever done to entertain us. I love you and thank you so much. I thank God for blessing us with you in your life.
I got to live to see it.
And I have been blessed, just like he said, to have lived during the most successful portion of your career. The making of Moonwalker. I got to see Captain EO. I got to see The Wiz one time. I mean, I've seen all your videos. I am blessed that I was able to witness. I went to your Beat It tour when I was little. I had a pink Beat It t-shirt with you doing this pose. Pink. I used to wear this pink shirt around. Only for you, Mike. Obviously, I can't fit it anymore,
but he'll try.
If that shirt is long gone, but if I find it, I'll cut the sleeves off and I'll inhale and fit in that mug and walk around like this. But Mike, I love you. I love you, Mike. I'm gonna miss you. My kids will know who you are. Their kids will know who you are. My sister's kids will know who you are. His kids will know who you are. His kids, anybody I run into, they will know who Michael Jackson is.
You don't have an option.
The biggest name in music. The king of music, not pop, the king of music. Forget Elvis. I don't want to hear about Biggie, Pac. Michael Jackson is the king, period.
I hope somebody gets angry at the Elvis comment.
Get mad.
Please try to. Please,
how many albums did
wait a
Elvis
minute. Please try to make comments about why Elvis is the king of anything. Please, and think about it. Take your time. You better read, because I do a lot of reading, and I know how much of that music is not his. And I mean, it's not that he changed it up a little bit to make it like his own. No, he emulated black jazz artists. Come on, think about it. He emulated Butterfly McQueen. Do you know who that is? Good question. I bet you don't. Way before his time, but did not even make it like his own. He totally emulated someone else. Come see me.
Man, Steve's asleep.
I'm not asleep.
But all you little kids out there that are following these musicians, get into Michael Jackson. Just listen to his stuff. His stuff is timeless. You'll listen to it. You'll enjoy it. You'll be able to cope with it. It's real stuff. He's a unique artist. His videos were unique. I mean, yeah. We're about to run out of time.
But stay tuned.
This is part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, Maggas.
4:06 a.m.
We're about to go eat breakfast soon.
Wow. I definitely need to be asleep.